All right, everyone, here we go with the mid-month, mid-June 2023 all signs reading, right? Doesn't matter what your sign is, it's straight up energy reading. I'm so excited to do this reading, I haven't even done a pre-shuffle yet. It's really, I'm just going to shuffle right now while I give you, we got a lot going on. Let me get these things going here. We got a lot going on here. With all the energy that's built up, Pluto's retrograde. I'm kind of still pulling on the in-between like I did in a recent 3 card because Saturn's not retrograde yet. But it's almost a perfect time to do a full reading here and see what's going on. We got that Pluto retrograde. We got all, quite frankly, still all the energy, all of it, from going back about as far as late April is still here. It's still floating around. It's huge. It's like a typhoon of energy, like I call it. So let's see where we're going here. Let's see what's going on the incoming side. We'll find out about you, I'm sure, at some point. And we'll see what's going on here. It's a general reading. Come on, let's go. Let's keep shuffling. It's a general reading. May or may not resonate with you. But if the title brought you in here, or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Y'all moving at different speeds on your timeline. So here we go. We're done shuffling. That's it. Done. Oh. When you find it, you're meant to find it. Now this reading, mid-June, that's an Emperor. And I like that energy. I'm just curious, what's random? We're going to clarify with the witches, what's randomly at the bottom? Yeah, Temperance. Yeah, I felt it. It's very calm. You can hear it in my voice. It's very, it's like that. It's like somebody who comes to a conclusion. It's like, it's like that. I don't know why yet. I haven't looked. We're going to go through it together. I did want to say this is mid-June, yes. But this energy carries us, yes, through the end of June, but also, quite frankly, right up until about the time that the North Node changes around the middle of July, okay? Which is around July 17th or so. We get a big change. So this is, again, this is a very important time in particular before that happens, So lots of decisions, lots of crossroads, all kinds of things. I don't know what we're going to see here. I just did it. I haven't even looked at it yet. Let's just go through it together. An Emperor crossed by a Knight of Cups. Oh, Jesus. A 6 of Cups. An 8 of Cups. There's that crossroads I just mentioned. Yeah, looky there with the 2 swords. And underneath that, bookending the Emperor is the Empress. You saw it right before your eyes, right here. I'm just curious what's under this. There's that 5 of Pentacles we can't get rid of. Somebody fucked up. This is your energy here. But it's also them balancing within themselves. There's a reason for everything, right? Everything happens for a reason. Why did I look at this? Why did I feel this calm temperance energy here? I see a balance within an Emperor. This is someone, yeah, it's that moment of, I get it. Yeah, I felt that. And what we have here is an Emperor, a divine masculine, normally quite quiet. I'm drawn to the dark circle here, doing something. A Knight of Cups, or at least it's sort of that wouldn't it be nice energy, okay? Wouldn't it be nice if I could just take care of this, that kind of thing. But this energy here, this 6 of Cups, shows someone returning, and it's simultaneously walking away from 8 broken cups toward their 9 cups. But that's sort of where I get that feeling of wouldn't it be nice. So this is encouraging. As far as your energy attached to the Empress, I said theirs is balanced within themselves. You guys are a divine couple, by the way. That's fabulous. But also, your energy is attached to this. You're the Empress, right? The non-runner. That most of my viewers are DF side of things, right? Somebody here really feeling left out on something. And say what you want about the Emperor. This is a very balanced Emperor, obviously. The Emperor doesn't like to be left out of things, right? It's the fucking Emperor. All right, let's see where we go. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's do this. Mid-June. Give me the soulmate cycle, universe, for mid-June. And it knows what that means. I already explained it to you. 2023. Let's go. This first card out is before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? So, oh God. Okay. All right, that's it. Why the fuck are we here? 7 Wands. Yeah, it has that wouldn't it be nice element to it. There's someone here. This isn't that energy of that one guy that thinks he can defeat 6 guys. It's not really reflecting that. It's more reflecting somebody just for the moment casing out the joint, keeping the high ground. We are in the in-between, right? And I did a whole 3 card on that. All of my readings tie together. So I can't go over everything in each reading, or these readings would be 9 hours long. So, you're either following along or you're not. But I can say here, it's a kind of casing out the joint energy, keeping the high ground sort of thing. What comes after the cut? And that jives with the pre-shuffle, the way I felt that. Yeah, 7 swords. Fooling. It's not just a great Def Leppard song off Pyromania, Fooling. It's also someone's fooling themselves. Someone's fooling themselves by just keeping the high ground, by casing the joint out. They know they want to, right? They got that wouldn't it be nice feeling going through their mind. Old Beach Boys ringing in my head. All right, here we go. Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah, wouldn't it be nice? It's something they can make happen. I think they realize that at some point. I believe they do, because this is a time where not only are you reviewing, are things coming back for review. Now, when I say that, I talked about it in the Pluto retrograde in Capricorn reading, right? And I think a few people misunderstood from a couple of the tweets I was tagged in. These are things we already knew, or thought we knew, right? Thought we were already past this. I've made up my mind on this, and I'm good with that. I have moved on. They're coming back. It's re-reviewing things, like I wrote in my blog about the month of June. In fact, I think that's the top paragraph, So, yeah, they've been fooling themselves a long time, as far as in relation to the runner side. For you guys, it's probably stuff coming back that you thought you'd already dealt with. If you haven't dealt with it, it's time to deal with it. And the reason for it is, in part, Pluto retrograde in Capricorn with Saturn retrograde soon working together. There's a lot of karma. But also, the North Node's about to change signs. And things get a little antsy when the North Nodes, when the nodes, both of them, switch signs, right? But in particular, the North Node. And, of course, that South Node is sort of the compass, right? So, there's the opportunity energy is there to change direction. So the opportunity energy, it feels like, that again is sort of temperance, where it feels okay to do it, is there. That energy is there. Where it's not just, oh, wouldn't it be nice? It's, oh, wait, I can. It goes straight to that. It just, we didn't have an 8 of swords or anything like that in that pre-shuffle. All right, let's do it. I'm still shuffling. Give me the soulmate cycle. Mid-June 2023, universe. Let's go. Okay. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table is right there. It's a very mysterious element of the Hangman. A very mysterious element. It's a still. It's a stillness. I don't mean a still for making moonshine. I mean it's a stillness, kind of a thing. It's what's fueling it. Yeah, see, the love geese are in the air. So again, this energy here ties beautifully. In fact, this card, the Hangman, crosses, right? That first card that we got in the before the cut, in the why the fuck are we here position. It crosses that 7 of Wands. Somebody is fooling themselves if they think they can just sit there. Also, we got an Ace of Cups. Love is flowing here. It's flowing big time, and all I'm drawn to is the yellow on this card. That's forward movement. This here, it's the love geese are in the air. This is a card where the universe, the energy is set for 2 soulmates to come together. Somebody is fooling themselves just sitting there. They already know what they want to do. We got to move beyond the wouldn't it be nice stage. But it's not about them coming towards you. It's about them changing their lives. You get the karmic benefit of that. You get the energetic benefit. You help somebody. It's one of the best energies you can put out there. It really is. Especially if you do it with Empress energy, which has a lot of empathy. Wow. The rewards are big. And we see that a lot. We see a lot of good things coming toward the DF. Right here, or the non-runner, I should say. It's not all DFs, but, mostly. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person's behaving in the 3D. Right here's their soul. Right here's the hidden energy, the message from the universe. Red with the energy of your connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify everything, throw some universe cards at the end, and yep, you bet your sweet asses, and I know they are. There's going to be a link for an extended in the description, because this is some pretty wild shit. This is some pretty heavy energy. It is. I don't know how to describe this. I just use the word, mysterious or whatever, a stillness, but it's, look at all the activity underneath it. Somebody fooling themselves. Energy, and we didn't even know the death card was there until now. This is all just the overall energy of our reading. The Death card book ending the Hanged Man with the Lovers crossed by the Ace of Cups. You know, they can hang back and wish and case out the joint all they want, but even the universe said with the Seven of Swords after the cut, they're fooling themselves. Right? Now I can't get Def Leppard's fooling out of my head. Fooling. Okay. Right here, the energy around your connection, what is it? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. The sun, yeah. It's a beacon. It's lit up. They know. They're well aware. You can't miss this energy. Change is happening whether they want it to or not with the Death card here. Right? When it's time, look at it literally as death. When it's your time, it's your time. You know, it is happening. Energy is changing. Things are changing. The North Node changing signs. The nodes are changing even within the context of this reading. You know, yeah. Okay, we'll clarify that. This is a good sign for them doing something in communication. And don't forget, Saturn goes retrograde, which I'll pull on. It'll be one of my next readings. That energy is here. It's part of it. You know, the universe is pulling in all of this energy. So it's being a little bit predictive, is what I'm saying. How are they behaving in the 3D? Let's move that right there. 10 Pentacles. Yeah. They're being shown some things in the 3D. Whether they're paying attention or not is up to your runner. Okay, but but you're being shown. Remember, your energy's here too. You're connected to this person. But in an equal and opposite reaction, I think the DF is dealing with it better. I think you guys notice the signs that the universe is giving you. You happen upon a feather or things along those lines, or you see a truck go by with something written on it. You guys are always looking for meaning in things, and that's good. The universe knows that. You've trained the universe to send you messages, basically. You know, the universe, it's like a dog. It's just energy. You can teach it. You can teach it what you want. That's why I always tell you, if you pull cards, put them back the same way. I put them back randomly, and then I shuffle 3 times. Then you'll get another message at the bottom of the deck or at the top. It might be for you. For me, it's at the bottom. Anyway, they're being shown some things about their 10 Pentacles, their life. You know, and I can tell just from the way the cards fall here that your connection is the shining beacon of hope here. Okay, I imagine that implies they're being shown some bad things about their about the way they've been living their life, who they've been living it with, etc. Okay, could be career, could be job. You know, it could be career, it could be family, it could be a marriage, it could just be the way they exist. You know, maybe it's time to stop living by the airport and sitting around in your underwear all day eating Cheetos. You know, they're being shown that. They're getting a lot of signs that it's time to change. Their soul energy, bookend in the sun here. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. Is a bit of ants in the pants in the soul. This is very strange to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. The energy flows from here to here, okay? And I just got done saying over here they're being shown some things. Well, yeah, the Knight of Swords has a specific message. They're getting some specific message from the universe through the soul, and it's getting to the 3D about their 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Meanwhile, your connection's over here, the happiest card in the deck, the sun, beacon. It's like the universe is going, see, your life sucks. Look over here. Should have had that. And that's where that, you know, the net result is that wouldn't it be nice energy. Oh, wouldn't it be nice? But their Emperor and Empress energy, their masculine and feminine, is balancing inside them. It is. Also, the soul has something to say here. Okay? It wants to say something. All right, we'll see what happens when we clarify. Right here, hidden energy, message from the universe, red with the sun, strangely enough. Yeah, the King of Cups, yeah. They're being shown what happens when you don't tell someone how you feel, when you hold back your emotions, when you try to control the uncontrollable, okay? They're finding out exactly what happens, all right? And while this is the happiest card in the deck, in between here is a lot of sadness, I will tell you, okay? A lot of regret. There's probably, if I had a card that went here, it'd probably be a 5 of Cups or that 5 of Pentacles again that we keep getting all the time, right? Potential final outcome, red with the 10 of Pentacles, yeah, the 3 of Wands. I better do something. It's that 3 of Wands. It's that lit flux capacitor. It is taking the energy of wouldn't it be nice, and someone realizing, well, it would be nice, and I best do something about it. There's certainly it's also saying that all they can see, right? everything they see. They're just focused. It's usually some guy looking out across the water on new horizons, right? All they can see is this connection. Everything else, it doesn't look as good. All right. And we know that anyway, randomly at the bottom is that temperance energy, which is all over this thing. All right, let's clarify. Tell me about the sun. Okay. It bodes well for communication with that there. And if it is, it's a very soon type energy, because I'm really getting this thing lit. You know, it's very, very soon. Somebody here, they're definitely being shown something. Here in the in-between, in particular, where I'm pulling on this reading. The clarifying cards will take it further. All right? This is sort of the right now. The clarifying cards are going to get a little predictive with some of the energies coming in. All right, so let's see, including that Saturn retrograde, which is going to be a big deal. That pairs with Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. If you watch that reading, you know what I'm talking about. All right? Why is the sun here? Or read my article on the month of June in my blog. One or the other. All right. I don't write them for my health. Definitely check it out. I mean, most of you have. It's got like 30,000 reads, so I imagine everybody's read it. But still, check it out again. Make sure you know, because it does carry all the way through the middle of July. You know, when I'm writing about July in another couple of weeks, I'm going to be writing about a little bit about the tail end of June too. You know, it's going to be there. It's going to be kind of a hybrid sort of thing. All right. Yep. The sun is crossed by the devil. The environmental energy around it is the devil. I said, rewind. If I pulled a card in between here, there'd be some sadness or some regret or something. This is generally the energy that's reflecting here is no more fear, because we have to take things in context, right? Context is very important. Think of it in the 3D, right? If you get an email from somebody speaking a language you don't speak, and it's all in caps, you don't speak the language, you don't have access to Google Translate, you might just assume they're mad at you. You don't have any context. But yet, at the same time, if you were standing next to that person, right? And they were saying the same thing, all cap kind of talk, you'd be able to tell because of looking at them in body language. Even though you don't speak the language, you know whether they were upset, you know, scared or crying, or whether they were angry at you, right? You'd be able to tell the difference. That's context. And again, it's why the written word isn't always nice. People take things the wrong way on social media and stuff like that, because there's no context really. You just inject your own emotions into it. Well, this here we have context. That's the sun. And that's the sun is the base energy. There it is, shining a light on that devil. And we already know temperance was here originally. So this devil's getting canceled out. There's no fear here. There's nothing. They're not listening to the devil. It's no longer a threat. Whatever the devil is for them, their core programming, abandonment issues, fear of being vulnerable, it's gone. It's why the Five of Cups, for example, with regret, is one of the cards that ends the separation phase in soulmate cycles. It's that kind of energy here. What's on top? Yeah, the Two of Wands. Again, somebody letting go of something. I got 2 wands here, and where our reading ends with 3 wands. So again, we have an escalation. It is somebody wanting to do something about this. Wanting to take it from right now sitting in wouldn't it be nice to, well, I better do something, right? And they're being shown a lot of signs. The universe definitely trying to pound one core message into them about what Ten of Pentacles is. And that's why it's kind of forcing them to look out on the horizon at you. And they can't miss it. It's the sun. Why is the Two of Wands here? And the Magician, transformation. Energy, all of this, I'll phrase it this way. It's easier. All of this is causing this person to change. Okay? And it might be to the chagrin of the energies around them. They may not like that your person's changing if they're married or something like that. But this person, this connection has transformed this person. And they try to deny it for a long time. And it's biting them in the ass right now. There's a lot of very powerful energies around. We saw that Death card, right? I mean, it's changing. You know, they could sit here all they want and deceive themselves and hide, but The emotions are flowing. The love geese are in the air. The energy is set for two soulmates to come together. The energy is changing whether they like it or not. I've got death right there. I've got a lot of transformation here. All right? Anyway, we've got to leave that hangman there. What's going on with 10 Pentacles? Okay, let's see what's going on here. Now, like I said, they're being shown some things about 10 Pentacles. What's real and what's not. And if they're changing, that makes sense. This is a 3D energy. This is in their life, how they're behaving, right? So again, if someone's changing, they may be changing their perspective on that too. And we saw that in the pre-shuffle with the 8 of Cups, right? We had the 6 of Cups, someone from the past showing up, right? Feeling this connection. And we had 8 Cups. But they're simultaneously walking away from 8 broken cups toward their 9 cup. Why is the 10 of Pentacles here? Let's see if we can get something from the universe here. Let's see. Okay, that's it. We're done. All right, yeah. It's the Emperor. Yeah, the Emperor. Somebody's being shown what an asshole they've been. I mean, it's a Steve homespun way of putting it. Well, look at him, right? You sit there with all his stuff. Everybody else having fun. Is he having fun? He don't look like he's having fun. That looks uncomfortable to sit there in that suit of armor, protected by stuff, right? These runners are very pentacle based, but even though this is a pentacle card here, right? The the 10 of Pentacles is everything, right? It really is. So again, somebody's figuring something out here. It's that balanced Emperor again. It's very nice. They're being shown in a way, to put it more spiritually, what happens when you're out of balance and you're all masculine energy and no feminine energy. Without the Empress, the Emperor is an asshole. He's crazy, takes over countries, does all kinds of crazy shit, right? They need that balance of masculine and feminine. Otherwise, they're just after power, and that's not power corrupts. What's on top? That's a saying that goes back a long way. I think of the 1100s. We figured that out a long time ago, that power corrupts. We seem to forget that lesson as a society. Anyway, the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Why do I keep saying King of Pentacles? I almost said it here and I say it here. It does feel like that. It feels like somebody here is coming to their senses a little bit. The energy is very balanced on this Emperor. It's a Knight of Pentacles. And again, they're actually looking at I think they're seeing the signs. I think they're trying to push them away, but I think they're seeing it. I got to see, why is this here? Yeah, Winter. The 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. Again, they're being shown, basically the card this is a stopped energy in the Witch's Tarot, right? They're being shown that this pentacle, and there's the suit of armor again, right? Suit of armor and all that. Suit of armor and all that, saying the same thing. They're being shown, especially with the yellow, which is forward movement, get in the water, asshole, that this isn't fulfilling. That they don't have 10 Pentacles. That they missed something about this connection, about what it was trying to show them. And they're getting a lot of signs on that front to go in the water, right? To get moving, to come out. They've been living their life in winter, is what they're being shown, right? And they might be stopped as well in another level of energy because they're worried about losing something, right? But perhaps they'll figure out that worrying about losing something that's hurting you and isn't benefiting you is kind of stupid, right? It's kind of a dumb thing to do. Why not lose it? Better to have hope than sit in something with no hope, right? Better to be on your own with the hope of happiness than sitting in something where there's just no hope at all, all right? Why is the Knight of Swords here? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Knight of Swords. Why is it here? Why? Oh my God, I did all that shuffling and he came back. Yeah, the message is getting through. It's the Emperor again. Remember I talked about that and he was right there. It's right here too. And I said the energy flows from here to here. It's getting there. The message is getting through is what the universe is saying. Whatever that message is for you specifically or your person specifically, the message is getting through. That tells me the heart chakra is open on this energy I'm pulling on here. That's good. What's on top? Did you see what I just did? I mean, that blew my fucking mind. Because after I said that, I said, well, maybe I'm reading that wrong. And the universe just said, no. This is the Strength card. It represents the heart chakra. It's just heart chakra energy coming off. You know, sometimes in most decks she's wearing a heart necklace or something like that. Heart chakra is wide open. The message is definitely getting through. The universe just confirmed it. I put some doubt out there. I said, I don't know. Did I read that right? Feels like heart chakra. Yeah, it is. Heart chakra is open. The message is getting through. The heart chakra is the translator from soul energy to what the soul is saying to the brain. If the heart chakra is shut down, these messages can't get through, because it's sort of, the heart chakra is sort of Google Translate for the whole thing, right? And it's funny because we just got done and I gave you an example of not understanding the language. The language is understood here. Why is strength here? Yeah, 9 wands. See the sun in the background? That's the sun over here. These bookend that. The sun's getting through. The message is getting through is what the universe is saying. That's great. I love it. Good. Let them sit in it. Let them sit in it. Right? Go ahead. Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah, it would be nice. But, I'd tap him on the shoulder and go, you could just stand up and go over there. Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, what about my stuff? I might lose my stuff, right? 5 Pentacles. I might lose all my stuff. Are you happy? No. Well, then who gives a shit? You can get more stuff. Stuff is just stuff. That's all it is. People get attached to things. All suffering comes from attachment. It's nonsense. People will sit in suffering. People will sit in bad marriages because they got a Maserati. Well, I lose my Maserati if I leave when I lose this house. Okay. Are you happy? No. Well, then who gives a fuck? Right? Who cares? These are people generally that care what other people think. They don't care about, that Maserati is a status symbol for them, for example. Something along those lines. It's bullshit. People's logic has gone crazy. And I'm not saying that's your person, but it's a good example of the energy. It's a broad example. Why is the King of Cups here? Let's talk to the fickle old gal this morning. She seemed pretty mellow today. Let's see. What's going on? Why is the King of Cups here? I feel some sadness here. I do. I don't know why. Like I said, if I was to pull a card there, yeah, it is sad. It is sad. Someone never said how they really felt. Let's just talk to the universe. Okay, separate from the reading. Never mind it's read with the sun. Let's just chat here, because I know what's at the bottom already. This person never said how they felt. They never said it to who's ever on their side, for sure. Not really. And they never said it to you. And again, there's sadness here. It's the Queen of Wands. She's always lonely. These people are always lonely, these superficial people, because you can't get fulfillment, as this guy's learning, out of this pentacle here. You can't. And even in the real world, psychological studies show at best this pentacle is worth about 30% of your happiness. At best. That means for most people it's less than that. All right? Oh. Yeah. What's on top? They were phony about how they felt about you, for sure. What's on top is my little Explorer page. The Page of Wands. Wouldn't it be nice? Want something new, right? It's red with the 2 of Wands here. We already talked about it. This 2 of Wands escalates to a 3 of Wands. So wouldn't it be nice goes to, wait, I think I can do this. Right? Maybe Steve's right. I'm sitting here on this throne with all this stuff that's not making me happy. So if it's not making me happy anyway, I got nothing to lose. Right? The worst that can happen is I'm unhappy if I go over toward the Empress or over toward those people on the card. Remember the Emperor's sitting there and there's other people off in the distance? Right. The worst that can happen is you end up net you're still unhappy. Well, whatever. Well, then somebody would give the argument, well, I could be unhappy with a Maserati though if I stay put, But it still don't make you happy. That gets boring after a while. Toys. Even as grown-ups, we're just like children. Children get tired of a toy pretty quickly. That's why you see people, I see my neighbors, I got a couple of them that continually buy new cars and flip new cars and flip new cars, especially the King of Wands that lives next door. He had an electric BMW for a little while, but he had to get rid of that, right? Because it was costing him too much. So he got himself a Volkswagen Tiguan, right? A white one. But that wasn't good enough for him because that didn't have enough status for the King of Wands. So he got rid of that. Now he's overextended himself with I think it's like an $85,000 Tesla. I wonder how long that's going to last. Jesus Christ. And this is all over the course of like 4 months, by the way, that this happened. These flips happen. The toys don't, it doesn't, it's not a long thing. You got to get in the water if you want some refreshment, if you want to stay cool, right? They want something new here. There's an urge to now speak. Yeah, the King of Wands. King and Queen of Wands. Yes, the King of Wands, they're done with this behavior. This behavior, they can't behave this way. It's read with the Magician. It's transforming. This King of Wands, this Burger King, gotta have it their way. My laughing king. I'm miserable, but at least I have a throne. Yeah, but you're still miserable. Oh yeah, I didn't think of that. Right. So at the end of the day here, the energy around them, this is major arcana, is transforming. And again, we saw it here. Right? Whether they like it or not, it's transforming. And they're not going to be able to continue to behave this way, because once you acknowledge you're unhappy, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the end. You at that point may have to make a very logical decision. Do I continue to sit in unhappiness and behave like an asshole, a stubborn asshole who's my laughing king, who's the Burger King, gotta have it their way, ego, pride, all that stuff? Or do I take a chance at getting happy and try something new? The energy is open for that to happen. It's very transformative. And we even see it here in the reading where we go from 2 wands to 3 wands here. So let's pull on the final outcome. What's going to happen here? Are we going to sit in wouldn't it be nice? Or is somebody going to make some changes to their life? Finally. I'll tell you what. The universe pushing real hard for it for everybody. And it's in part, like I said, in part the Pluto retrograde, in part the Saturn retrograde joining Pluto retrograde, in part all the other energies. But it's also, the universe tends to get, the energy around us tends to get a little antsy every 18 months just before the nodes change. Just before. About a month or so before the nodes change signs. The universe, the energy gets antsy. It feels electric. You know, it starts to crackle. It makes you feel like you can do it. In a way, for some people, it makes them feel like they have to do it. But really, that's all inside them. That's a mind fuck that they're doing to themselves. It just makes you feel like you can. And you can. The portal is open to make the changes. So, keep that in mind. Just go with it. Keep going with it. You'll be able to drop bad habits in this energy. You'll be able to just let go of old pain. Very easy, as long as you're not rigid. As long as you just flow with the energy. I'm telling you. No worries whatsoever. You'll be getting signs as to all that stuff coming too. You will. Sure. And we'll pull on you in the extended. I always open the extended with you because I need contrast to pull on them and continue on. I got a devil already crossing the energy of the connection, so that'll make for an interesting extended right there. Let's go. I'm still shuffling. I'm running out of things to say, universe. I can't keep shuffling. Okay, we're done. Yeah. So we go from wouldn't it be nice to maybe I can do this. Yeah, maybe they can. 6 Pentacles crossing that. Somebody wants to give to it, but I want to say they don't know how. He's not sure if that horse can swim. He's never taken it in the water before. He had a horse before this that swam, and he was okay with it. But this horse never been in the water. He's not sure. All right? He's not sure. They're not. They don't know how to give to this. It's someone giving to it with pentacles. So keep that in mind. All right? It's just the way it is. I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. It depends. But you have to take people for who they are. Take them at face value. Okay? This person is who they are. People don't change. They adapt. The energy around them changes. We have to adapt to it. And that's what happens. You know? All right, what's on top? Again, people don't change. They don't. If you're once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. Once a drug addict, always a drug addict. Once a smoker, always a smoker. Once a serial killer, always a fucking serial killer. Once a Burger King, always a Burger King. Right? They adapt to the new energy. They adapt. They get ideas in their head and they flow. But at their core, people are who they are. All right. What's on top? 3 swords. Yeah. It's a lot of pain. It's a choice that they're making. Do I want to sit in pain, or do I want that chance at something? Right? Do I want to sit in something with no hope, or do I want to take a chance on something and maybe and at least have some hope? Right? That's what it boils down to here. This is the card that ends the separation phase of the soulmate cycle. It's hurting them to hold on to this pentacle under this energy. I believe it because the energy's transforming. I got a death card here. I got underneath here. Showed you a few times. I've got transformation here. And this energy, they can't behave this way anymore. This runner way, this ego way, this whatever. This is someone under this energy who wants to express their feelings. And there's a lot of them. Why is the Three of Swords here? So they come in. They're more likely to come in than not. Come in from out of the cold, if you will. Yeah, because they're sitting in winter right now, and they're being shown that. It's a brave, impulsive action. All right, we got brave over here. Right? That talks about the heart chakra open. They're getting the message from the soul to the 3D. The message is getting through. It's right here. It's the Knight of Wands. It's a brave, impulsive action. I believe they are impulsive. I believe there's no dark night of the soul happening in spite of the Hangman. That's not the energy that's coming off of that. It's just someone who's got a new perspective and says, well, I can't keep living like this. Right? It doesn't mean that if you say, for example, I can't keep living like this, I'm going to change my life, that you know how to behave in that new life right away. No, you gotta learn. There's a learning curve that comes in. Right? All this is saying is, yeah, they're giving, but they're giving the only way they know how. So if your person shows up, which for a good number of you they will, this is communication. Again, the heart is broken, but all they know how to do is they're not really going to get real deep with it or anything like that. But just know that if they show up, this is why. Okay? And this card represents a great deal of love. It's a heart. Right? We don't get Three Swords over people we don't care about. It is what it is. Yeah. Seven of Pentacles, the energy fueling this Six of Pentacles, by the way. Yeah, it's a bit, it's a bit of divine timing energy. It's a bit of break time is over. We've had that energy here before. Well, I guess I better do something, right? I guess I better get to picking these kind of a thing. Yeah, but they're picking the pentacles off the tree, and that's what they're bringing, because that's all they know how to communicate. That's how they know how to talk. It's not real emotional per se, but that's okay. Just if they show up, they're in this Three Swords energy. It's a brave, impulsive action. It can be a little in and out. It might be a run-by talking, but they definitely know the value of this connection for sure. And they're getting a lot of signs. I think some of them are fighting those signs that they might be getting, or ignoring them, or that can't be real. Why? Wow, how did that happen? But eventually, the universe says the message is getting through. So that's good. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you before I go pull some wicked voodoo on this. I got to find out what's going on their side. I need to pull on their 10 Pentacles. I need to pull on the Devil. I need to pull on the King of Wands. I need to pull on you. And I need to do a pyramid and a timeline. And again, however they're living, they're being shown that it's winter, it's cold, it's wrong, it's not right, it's unhappiness. All right? And the energy to make some changes is there. No doubt about it. Okay. What else you want to tell everyone before I go pull and extended? Let's go. What do you want to say? 3 cards from the bottom. Yeah. I said they know this connection. They feel this connection. And they are. It's 2 cups. It's the Emperor and the Knight of Cups. Cards from the pre-shuffle came back. 6, and that's important. Repeating messages are important. And I shuffled the shit out of that deck. Okay? I mean, from the pre-shuffle, not only did I shuffle the pre-shuffle in front of you, but after the pre-shuffle, I did a cut. And after the cut, after the pre-shuffle, I did a shuffle, and then a cut, and then another shuffle for the reading, and then another shuffle to get this. All right, so it's a lot of shuffling. Somebody here, the Emperor shows up. Okay, that's all it's saying. However, they're probably showing up under a more pentacle-y type energy than, say, a cup, lovey-dovey kind of thing. Net result being 3 swords, like I said. But somebody here is just, again, this connection is why they would make any changes. Just the fact, what I'm trying to say is just the fact that they show up means that your connection means something. Even if they show up and they're an asshole. Because they don't have to show up. They don't have to. They can just keep running and hiding all they want to. In fact, they could run further if they want to. Right? But no, there's this feeling of wouldn't it be nice here, for sure. And it does escalate. And again, we've got the rest of the pre-shuffle here. And there you are. And somebody, again, 5 Pentacles, 5 Pentacles. They left themselves in the winter for you, over you. And you guys are a divine couple. It's hard to run away from that. Okay? It's hard to run away from a divine counterpart. All right. Well, let's go pull. Let's go see what's going on their side. Let's go find out what's happening. It looks like somebody coming in. But it also looks like somebody, because it showed up again for me to look at, somebody's showing up, but they're also taking care of 8 broken cups. We got to find out about that and see what's going on, how this plays out. Because somebody here is being much more open than they usually are. I'm not saying cuppy energy, again, we talked about it, but they are wanting to transform this behavior. In fact, they feel like they have to. So that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, the link is in the description. I definitely want this one. This is some crazy energy. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right? Good luck.